Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with the should you summon on this new banner. Now, I'll be real with you, if you're a veteran, you've been playing this game for a while, and you have the majority of the main banner, I would highly suggest you just straight up skip it. If you're a new player though, there might be some characters here that do provide actually good value, but there is something that I find quite funny, and check this out. I know that we got White Day canceled, right? We also got Halloween canceled, but I don't like the way that Caleb goes about canceling a lot of these banners because they provide very little incentive to actually summon to begin with. For example, sure, Valentine's Day Machine Society females did sell more, but why? Was it because the characters were better? Not necessarily. Sure, you have Raruka, who was the Link Slot Potion Plus character, which in my opinion is the main reason people summoned on that banner to begin with, followed by characters like Retsu, who was really strong. You also had Havoc on every single one of those characters, and then you also had Loli, who was a complete, like the first version of a 5-star Loli. Going into Machine Society, that was a mid-month banner that wasn't given Havoc. There wasn't no Link Slot Potion Plus character, which I think lowered the value of that banner in comparison to the Valentine's Day, on top of not having Havoc. Now, I get that I talk about that a lot. A lot of people are like, oh, but you don't need Havoc to be good. No, but you need Havoc if you want to be considered busted. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Any single busted SP-based character right now is either your opinion because you have a max transcended, or they have Havoc. Simple as that. Like, if y'all want, y'all can name one that's better that doesn't have Havoc, and I'll tell you another character that does their job significantly better. Maybe not significantly better, but like, I'd say a character with Havoc does bypass, like, beat out a lot of other characters. You could make a case for characters like Hikone, like with the Long Stride and Sprinter +2, or TLA Soifon, definitely shield clear quick, but y'all understand what I'm talking about. When it comes to just raw damage and area of effect, just Havoc is just, in my opinion, necessary. So I do find it funny that White Day was canceled, and instead of getting White Day, we also got a banner with like the majority of female characters. Like, out of the 12 characters in this banner, we have Nell, Yoruichi, Apache, Halibel, Nemu. Alright, so I guess it's half. And Magoro. And Tsukishima kind of femme a little bit. In this one, he a little bit of a femme, alright? He got a little... I gotta get my nails done vibes, you feel me? It's a little some, but anyways, that I digress. Going into this banner, let's just quickly pull out the characters that are worth talking. I feel like everyone's worth talking about at least a little bit. Going into this character, Stark is getting his Stark has gotten his resurrection. So since there are some people who do buy character packs, he is a strong attack damage 25% link, as well as a strong attack recharge minus 10%. Keep in mind, another thing that Caleb was able to do is just delete the possibility of buying the seasonal ticket, which could potentially give you a banner and force you, well, keep you from spending even more money on orbs trying to pull these premium pool characters for the whales, right? Next on the list, Tsukishima. He was given normal attack damage plus 20% and damage inflicted at full stamina 16%, which ends up being a really good link for the speed Tsukishima that just came out for Can't For Your Own World. So I do find it funny that Tsukishima is a very good link for himself. Keep in mind, if these characters end up being new for you, that is 50 plus 75, 125 plus 75, so 200 orbs just right back in your pocket. So even if you pull them, as long as they're new, you're getting a little bit of money back, right? Recover 25% stamina. He was given strong attack recharge minus 10%, which is really nice for a boost unit. So I do think that these resurrections were actually pretty good. I wish that Stark and Kisuke got Havoc. I feel like that would have helped them out a lot, but I mean, it's an okay resurrection. At the very least, we got some good links out of it. Next on the list, Byakuya. He's kind of fallen off a lot. He has a standard plant vortex for a second strong attack, nothing too special. 1200 full screen third strong attack, and a 570 standard lunge for strong attack. He does have Havoc 20% and lacerate on everything but his vortex. He has weakened defense on his ultimate. Overall, he's actually not a terrible unit, but he's definitely a little bit mid just because he was given no affiliation killer. I do find plant vortex is a lot less useful than say an 800 AoE or even something like Magoto's second strong attack. Magoto gets a lot of crap. I think he's okay. Berserker 20%, guard break, frenzy. He doesn't have havoc, which I think holds him back a lot. Hollow killer, and then going into his actual kit, range collision, but it's the 40% one, which I think is good, so that does deal quite a bit of damage, especially if you aim it properly. Full screen, third strong attack, and then Tokinata slash Hikone, Bankai Hikone's second strong attack, where the vacuum, pushback. Pretty standard. Next on the list, Halibel's wonderful behind. Normal attack damage plus 25%, excellent toes, berserker 50%, bruiser 40% with the normal attack damage 25, so you have a bruiser of 65 with flurry and poise, sprinter plus 1, and weaken immunity, so keep that in mind when you're going to use her for something like an Arrancar week, where say there's weakened puddles for guild quests. She could definitely be very useful there, but for now I don't think that she's all that necessary. Oh yeah, and one thing to note is that, like, if you guys want to increase your rates when it comes to summoning 5 stars, the best thing to do is open up your packs menu and then go into where you want to do a con multi, and then you smash that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 47.658 million. We're almost there. We just need a couple million more, and then we will actually be able to beat Mr. Beast. And yeah, we're really trying. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. Y'all have been coming in droves, bro. We got like 100k subscribers in this past like 20 minutes. She has a 2500 length beam, a 625 into 575 vacuum into explosion. Pretty good second strong attack. It does hold you into place for a little bit. Full screen third strong attack. Her nat does hit really hard, and she really has some weird nails. Like look at the fingers on this, right? Boom boom, zoom. Look at the fingers, bro. That's how K-Lab, you need someone to work on those fingers. All right, next on the list, Swimsuit Nemu. Yo, this swimsuit banner was actually really good. You had a good Nat character. Swimsuit Nemu is literally a power Candace, in my opinion. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, paralysis on everything. No Sprinter plus 2, unfortunately, that's where she gets held back. Frenzy, Sprinter plus 1, which is still good, don't get me wrong. Debilitator plus 5 seconds, weaken immunity, and then on top of that, she attacks with her little Parasol. So since they canceled Parasol, I feel like it's a kind of a cute touch that they gave her a Parasol. You have a standard lunge, 1200 full screen third strong attack, and a 960 AoE distant, circular AoE in front. Very good. Apache was the first unit to get her first strong attack, well, a unique first strong attack, which is really good. Strong attack recharge, minus 12%, Espada killer, Berserker 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, weaken defense on her ultimate, as well as a heal, weaken immunity, Sprinter plus 1, Devastation plus 60%, and Bruiser 40%. This character's kit is so good. You have a standard 1200 radius full screen third, you have the 960 AoE distant in front, and then her first strong attack is actually a 1200 by 1200 square shotgun like beam in front, which is really strong and has some crazy spread. Next on the list, premium pool character, Fierce Battle Yoruichi. She does hit really hard. Going into her calculations, you have 100 times 1.5 for the bruiser, 50%, times 2 for the flurry, and then you multiply that by 1.2 and you get 360. Hits about as hard as Renji, as well as there's I believe Dordoni. Berserker 50%, so she can be taken hybrid. She has an Espada killer with a damage reduction of 20% link, so I don't really see her being used as a hybrid for any reason, to be honest. Bruiser plus 40%, flurry poise, very good unit overall. Oh wait, hold up. Oh no, she hits a little bit less. 100 times 1.4 times 2, then times the 1.2, so she hits a little bit less than Renji. It's still good though. It's still good. I don't really find like too much of a use for her though. Let's go into her strong attacks. Standard lunge, 975 AoE distant, okay, and then plant vortex 425, 24 second cooldown, but 25 hits, so this does last a while. Okay, so for guild quests, yeah, I can definitely see her doing very good, but you're gonna need her transcended if you're gonna try to use her in hard guild quests, because you need that attack. Going into the actual main banner, the main banner actually, in my opinion, is really good. I wish they had Havoc, of course, but like that doesn't stop them from being good. Strong attack recharge minus 12%, no affiliation killer for Heart. He also has, for his innate skills, freeze immunity as well as read no affiliation dodges, lacerate on all of his attacks, Berserker 20%, Debilitator plus 2 seconds, with the damage to lacerated enemies plus 40%, as well as the Disabler against Mind Attribute No Affiliation enemies plus 10%, Devastation 40%, which will also trigger the Lacerate, so that will also give you significantly more damage on the ultimate. So Frenzy, Sprinter plus 1, and Bruiser plus 20%. Nnoitora seems like he's going to be actually really incredible, but I wish he had Havoc. 2, I wish he had better animations. He looks a little too basic for me, aside from the first strong attack, which looks pretty cool. It is his Seto, and it also is a 2500 length beam. Full screen, third strong attack, 625 by 625. This is going to be the same thing as Bankai Shuhei.
What's good?
What's up? Alright, and yeah, overall, pretty good strong attack. Alright. I don't know why Streamlabs been doing that. Streamlabs has been playing donations from like several days ago, and like ever since Twitch started glitching. Next on the list, Nelliel, one of the strongest damage dealers in the entire game when it comes to melee. You have damage reduction minus 16%. You have a tech or Rankar killer, so she is competing with Kukaku as well as Lincoln. Freeze immunity as well as melee damage plus 10%. When you go calculate her actual NAD, since she is a NAD character, you have the standard damage times 1.5 for the Bruiser plus 50%, times 2 for the Flurry, times 1.2 for the technique attribute of Rankar normal attack damage plus 20%, which is a damage boost, and then on top of that you do a times 1.1 for the melee, which will actually give you 396, so she hits harder than most NAD characters in the entire game. I'm pretty sure she's the hardest hitting character without a boost. If, of course, when you calculate boosts like Tokinata and Masaki, they're going to hit significantly harder, but for now, that is pretty damn crazy. Also, when you take her into Guild Quest, she has a plus 30% melee damage in Guild Quest, so she'll actually hit about as hard as if she had a boost without a boost, which is kind of stupid. Sprinter plus 2 as well, so you're going to be a little bit protected, as well as Poise, so you make sure that you get your NAD string off. Last but not least, going into Chad. Chad does have a pretty good kit. You have a standard lunge, you have the standard full screen, and then you have the standard 800 AoE distant. Unfortunately, he was also given a Rankar killer, so he is competing with characters like Candace, as well as who's in a Rankar killer from Mind? I can't really. I'm kind of spacing. I think Saruchi. No, Saruchi's Soul Reaper killer. Excuse me. But he is competing with Candace, and I do think Candace does his job a little bit better. He has an insta kill chance on his ultimate. Berserker 40%, so he's gonna hit hard. Guard break, hit an enemy chance plus 100%. Poise, Sprinter plus 1. Frenzy, Devastation plus 60%, and Bruiser plus 40%. He's pretty much just going to be a standard, just good damage dealer. But one thing to note is that with this new update that we're getting at the end of the month, because it should be coming at the end of the month according to K-Lab, we'll be able to give our characters guard break and hit an enemy chance. And well, maybe not guard break, but we're guaranteed that hit an enemy chance is going to be on the list unless K-Lab decides to change what they've already told us. I don't know if guard break's going to be there. If guard break is not there, then I do feel like guard break is going to be a very valuable skill that is unique to certain characters. But yeah. All right. So that's pretty much the analysis on the actual main banner. There are some good characters in there. I'd actually argue that most of the characters here are actually completely usable, aside from like the resurrected characters, Byakuya, maybe Magoto and Yoruichi and Halibel for standard PvE play. But Apache, Nemu, Nell, Nnoitora, and Chad are going to be completely like excellent when it comes to just standard play. Now, going into the individual banners, I do want to bring up Ginjo's banner because Ginjo is one of the best NAD characters for power, and it does come out a couple days after the main banner. You also have Machine Society Okiura, Hiyori, Renji, and Magoto, right? Next on the list, we are also getting the weekly free Brave Soul summons, as well as Tsukishima's individual on the 24th of March. On the 24th of March, Tsukishima's individual comes out with Toshiro and Shusuke, so if you want those characters, of course Tsukishima is like the solo king in PvP right now, as well as he is Jugram's precious little boyfriend. And then next on the list we have Retsu's individual banner. Now Retsu's individual banner is so stupid. Chad's individual banner, you have Fierce Battle Kenpachi, Parasol Aizen, Retsu, and Yoruichi. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so talking about Yoruichi, standard boost character, full screen, third strong attack, standard lunge. The boost is not anything special, it's just like a 525 AoE around you. Strong attack recharge minus 14%, could resurrect into something really good. Enhancer, overall just a very good character, and chances are you probably already have her or have her 5-5 or will get her 5-5 in the near future. Don't summon specifically for her. Parasol Aizen, bruiser plus 80%, goes up to 100% with a bruiser of 100% when it comes to his soul trait. Soul Reaper Killer, he's an okay unit. He does have Sprinter plus 2 and long reach, but since he doesn't have Flurry, we're gonna start needing Flurry for just more damage. The damage calculation between bruiser plus 100 versus Flurry, I do believe Flurry edges it out slightly. I'm not really quite sure why. I can't make much sense of it myself, but I mean, it is what it is. Next on the list, Kenpachi. Has the chance to transform, resets all of his cooldowns really good, hit an enemy chance plus 100%, poise, frenzy, berserker 40%, devastation 60%, strong attack damage link of 25%. So even though he does have a berserker of 65% innately with no strong attack recharge, the fact that you can use his ultimate, reset his cooldowns, and then it resets his cooldowns when his ultimate transformation subsides, then you will just get all your cooldowns back. So I don't really think strong attack recharge is completely necessary. I think that he does just fine. He hits like a truck. All right. Going into Nelliel's individual, you do have transforming Ichigo. The rest of these are not really worth mentioning too much. Going into Ichigo transforming, same thing as Kenpachi, except he has strong attack recharge minus 12%, paralysis immunity, and decreased Soul Reaper damage taken by 20%, which is still kind of weird that he got a DR 20%. He does have Soul Reaper Killer as well as Kenpachi. They're both melee units. Going into Kenpachi's kit real quick, I do want to talk about that. Alright, first strong attack, standard lunge, second strong attack, 2500 length beam, and then full screen third strong attack. Ichigo's, however, is a standard lunge for strong attack, 2500 length beam, second strong attack, and his third is actually the 975 AoE distant. One of my personal favorites. I wish he had Havoc 20%. If Havoc 20% is on that list, I'm definitely going to consider working on this Ichigo, probably as my 4th or 5th mind unit, just because I have Daddy Ichigo and Noelle, like, and Candace all max transcended, so I feel like out of principle I kind of have to do it. But I love Ichigo, bro. It's Ichigo. And last but not least, Nnoitora's individual is utter dog shit. Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, it's just doo-doo. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know the guys, grind, I'll catch up, pick me up, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe, and if y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.